Previously on D&D. Not to be underestimated, Dr. Ziegler and his subordinates fought back with impressive vigor. He took control of Arminius and turned his army against him, with his eventual downfall being rather literal. Omar dropped him into a pit filled with piercing spikes, and now Numa pelted him with a variety of unorthodox projectiles. Meanwhile, in the experimentation chamber, Okrin and Morgan began to slaughter the scientists one by one. However, they were unable to free the prisoner who was strapped to the table, as the scientists managed to immobilize Okrin, Omar, and Arminius with a metal claw apparatus that had emerged from the ceiling. Nonetheless, Omar was able to disable the controls, and the operator fled, only to be cornered by Morgan in a side room. With an explosive vest strapped to his chest, he planned to blow them both to the other side, but Morgan outwitted him, cutting him down and immediately teleporting safely out of range of the explosion. Dr. Ziegler, recognizing that the battle was lost, surrendered to the party, and, as a sign of good faith, he released Okrin, Omar, and Arminius from their restraints, and led the party to the lower floor where even more prisoners were being held. With the battle concluded, our heroes returned to the Citadel, where Dr. Ziegler was placed under the custody of the Blackstone Legion, and the former prisoners were brought to the infirmary. They returned Lucas to his home, and then arrived at Pierre's restaurant, Il Trattorio Poromo, where Pierre had prepared a feast in their honor. Now Numa and Arminius took a special interest in the meal that Pierre had prepared, and Pierre agreed to teach them how to make it, but he would not have the chance to do so. At that moment, a group of Blackstone Legion guards burst into the restaurant. They instructed the patrons to remain seated where they were, and began to search for something. Or perhaps someone. Lucas attempted to sneak out the back entrance, but was interrupted as the door slammed open. Standing before him was none other than the lieutenant of the Blackstone Legion. He grabbed Lucas by the collar, and Pierre rushed over, demanding to know what was going on. The lieutenant explained that Lucas had been suspected of conspiring with a terrorist, and that he was being placed under arrest. Pierre tried to defend his sous-chef, but his efforts only resulted in the lieutenant arresting him as well. The party tried to intervene on Pierre's behalf, but the lieutenant would not yield, explaining to them that he was acting on the authority of the commander himself. After some negotiating, they were able to secure the release of Pierre, but this ordeal left them with more questions than answers. What would become of Lucas? What plans does the commander have for Dr. Ziegler? And how is Kane connected to the man with the white gloves? Stay tuned to find out.